Tableside Talk. My name is Cam Kelly. I'm a commercial real estate broker with the Langert Commercial Group, and to my right is Evan Langert.
Hey everyone, again I'm Evan Langert. I am the founder and the principal of the Langert Commercial Group. We are a team of commercial real estate brokers and agents here in Maryland. We serve all of Maryland, DC and Northern Virginia, and we've even done deals up and down the East Coast. And we do these tableside talks, we call them, because I've been in the industry for 37 years and the last 15 or so as a broker. But prior to that, I was an attorney. I was, in fact, the head transactional attorney for the eastern half of the U.S. for a publicly traded REIT for 9 years. So there's a lot of experience there, a lot of deals that I've seen, a lot of knowledge just amassed over a long period of time. And we do these to talk about certain topics, certain questions that we get, where we think you having this information at your disposal will help you with your transaction or help you know some things to consider and look at when you're looking at your own commercial real estate portfolio or acquisitions. So with that in mind, Cam, what are we talking about today?
Well, today, Evan, it's a fairly basic question, but I think a loaded one, and it is this. How is the commercial real estate market? I'm sure you get that asked a lot, maybe from, when we talk to residential agents or even just people in general, striking up a casual conversation. Hey, Evan, how's the commercial real estate market? And how do you typically answer that question?
Yeah, I laughed for good reason. We do get that question all the time, and I think people expect a simple answer. But within the confines of commercial real estate, you have 5 major property types and a couple of ancillary property types. So you have retail, you have office, you have industrial, you have multifamily apartments, condos, things along that, condo projects. And then you also have hospitality, which is hotels and motels. Besides that, you've got land, you've got houses of worship and churches, marinas, other specialty properties. And then we're right in between, our offices are in between 2 major metropolitan areas, that being the Washington, D.C. major metropolitan area and the Baltimore major metropolitan area, and really some secondary markets pretty close, like Annapolis, and the Tysons Corner, Virginia, and the Rockville-Bethesda corridor that are almost their own markets. And so I'm going to take the past couple of years when we've been through COVID. Certain things were decimated. A lot of office properties, not decimated as much as a lot of people predicted, but a lot of office properties in certain areas are down to, say, 20% vacancy or up to 20% vacancy. Some a little higher. And then there are other areas where it's 10 or 15. I've even seen one area in Anne Arundel County where it's 5%. So there's some variety there. Also, you've got A-class office, B-class office, C-class office. Those letters are being replaced now oftentimes with 5-star rating systems. So A office does not perform typically the same as C office. And something in Bethesda might be quite different than something that's in Annapolis, which might be quite different than something that's in Tysons Corner. And so, we had over the past couple of years, industrial was going crazy. A lot of online sales. And so people that are doing online sales, they need warehouse space to store their goods. Then we had these supply chain interruptions. And so people looked at it and said, well, I can't make any money because I can't store anything so I can't sell anything. And so a lot of those folks elected to overorder, and to get more warehouse space so that they would have something to sell. Now they might have to charge more for it, but at least, whatever it is, an appliance for the home or whatever, they can't say, well, I can't sell you any because we don't have any. They can say, well, I'm going to sell you some because they overordered. So a lot of the supply got eaten up with those types of things. And so actually a couple of years ago, maybe less than that, in the area and even nationally, warehouse space was trading at cap rates I've never even seen. They were so low, which means they're worth more. So in the middle of that pandemic, the industrial, for the most part, was doing great. Not all of it, but a lot of it. And then people talk about retail. Well, a lot of retail really got hammered. But again, not as hammered as people talked about. But there were prognostications that 1 out of every 2 restaurants would go out. But then when times get bad, certain restaurants people stop eating at. They want to save money. So they might go down a step or two to the next class of restaurants. And those people go down, to the fast food or quick service or whatever. So, I think during the pandemic, like the lines at Chick-fil-A were probably as long as I've ever seen them. So if you're looking at that, or at the Dunkin' Donuts or certain other things, if you're out west, the In-N-Out burgers and things along that line, they didn't suffer at all. They did fine. They did quite well, and their cap rates compressed. Dollar General stores or other dollar stores where people would shop at them to save money, they did really well. So we try to answer as much as we can, but typically my response when somebody says, I'm sorry, I always laugh at that question, how's the commercial real estate market doing? It's a bunch of markets. It's all those different product types. It's all these different areas. How's multifamily doing in downtown Baltimore versus Bethesda? 2 different questions. And so, again, when we do these tableside talks, we're giving you general information. You've got a specific investment type maybe that you're looking at, a specific area. And so the best thing to do is call us or email us. We make ourselves available, and we don't charge for initial consultations. That way, instead of just how is the commercial real estate market, you could say, so what are your thoughts on the, C level multifamily market in downtown Baltimore? And that's a more specific question, or, how's office space doing in downtown Bethesda, or whatever your question might be. Then we can give you an answer that means a lot more than if we just answered how's the commercial real estate market. So again, Evan Langer, Cam Kelly with the Langer Commercial Group. Looking forward to speaking with you and helping you more specifically with your issues. Have a great day.
Thanks, folks.